Remember the special moments that we took for granted. Those wonderful, beautiful, magical moments. These were the best years of our lives. At least that's what they told us. Personally, I hated high school. I hated all of you, and I hope you all rot in hell. Thank you.
Thank you, Shelley, for those honest and inspirational words.
Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. So my last video did really well, and I just want to say thank you to anyone who watched it or commented anything. I love you guys so much. So for today's video, I'm going to be doing a how I study video just for back to school, because I know that's coming up and lots of people start school at different times, so I'm just trying to go a little bit earlier just so people see this ahead of time. It's a disclaimer though, this is what works for me personally. It might not help you, but this is just what helps me, so please don't comment saying that this didn't help me, this didn't help me. I'm just giving out my ways of how I study and do my homework right when I get home, and it actually keeps me very productive. So if you like the video, please like and comment what grade you're going in, because I'm curious. So yeah, let's get started. First thing that people commonly mistake for is doing their homework on their bed, which doesn't help me. It makes me just uncomfortable, and I don't know why. Back then I used to actually love doing my homework on my bed because it was really comfortable, but I suggest doing it on a desk. If you have a desk in your room or in the living room, it really doesn't matter where it is, but just a really quiet, clean workspace that you can sit down for a while and do your work. I don't know why it's like that, but it's just, for me, doesn't work out, which some people it does, but most people actually like doing it on desks more than beds. So personally, I like doing it on the desk as well. Sometimes get out of your house and out of your room and do your work somewhere else. So like if it's in your backyard or your living room, do it there, because sometimes when you're in the same environment it just gets kind of boring and you want to kind of switch it up sometimes. So I highly suggest doing it in other workspaces. Mints are my #1 priority when I'm studying. It doesn't have to be like minty peppermint, but I personally like these. They are mango flavored from Trader Joe's, and these are sugar-free mints, so and it tastes amazing. So like it also still has that like minty kind of like aftertaste, but it's really good, and mints actually help me focus. I also suggest getting the sugar-free ones because you can have as many as you want. These ones are my personal favorite, but there's many other flavors. It's whatever you like. Mints actually help me focus a lot more, so it's just, again, a preference. I don't know. If you are in a very quiet room, suggest going on Spotify and turning on a study playlist. They usually have them, but you can create your own if you really like to. I personally like listening to very quiet, relaxing music, but people are different. Some people like listening to rock music. Everyone's different, but I usually like the ones that Spotify makes because it's a lot better. Next, I highly suggest keeping any electronics away from you at all times. Put your phone in like a drawer or something and keep it on silent. In your computer, unless you use that for your school, then like use it, but if not, then just put it away. Calculators are my #1, and not the ones on your iPhones or your phones, the original calculators. Those are my best friend, and they seriously help me so much with everything. I suggest, okay, so like when you get to your workspace, you need to make sure you have everything before you start your work, because I tend to procrastinate a lot, and that leads me to getting out of my room and going to get stuff, and then, you know, just forgetting about my work. So you need to make sure before you start your work to have everything on your workspace and just start working like once you have everything instead of going back. Another thing that really helps me is turning on a candle, and I know it's weird, but personally for me, I don't know what it is. I think it's just a thing that I'm used to. I think I did it one time and then I just started getting used to it, but turning on a candle actually really helps me with my work. And just this, I think it's the smell, but it just helps me so much. There is this tip that actually people tend to not follow, and okay, people usually on their desks put all their binders, all their notebooks, all their everything on the desk at the same time, and that keeps everything very clumped and you have very minimal space, which is not good. So I suggest taking your work that you're using, so let's say you're doing math, so keep your backpack on the floor next to you and then take out only your math work, and then just keep a pencil, an eraser, a ruler, and a calculator, and your notebook. Like just 5 minimal things. Another thing that really helps me is setting my goals. So basically what I will usually do is I will take a notebook and I will write down my goals for each class. So for math, if I wanted to get to know algebra, like anything, I will write down the goal and I'll focus on it. So if I wanted to make flashcards for words I didn't really understand in class, we'll go ahead and study it at home, and I have to follow all those goals. And when I do, I usually treat myself. As you can tell, my room is very bright, and that's because my curtains in here are actually see-through, and it keeps my room very bright. As you can tell, my room is very bright, and that's because my curtains in here are actually see-through, and it keeps my room very bright. So keeping my room really bright actually helps me lighten up and wake up a little bit more, because when my room is dark, back then I used to close my curtains and get those like dark brown ones and like stay in the dark. That makes me fall asleep personally, so I like to stay in a very bright room, and that helps me kind of like focus a little bit more. Also, I really like to color code any notes. It just personally helps me. I don't know what it is. I think it's the color that attracts my attention, but I really like drawing and writing in color because it's more catching to the eye. It makes me want to look at my notes a little bit more. I ordered these highlighters and I'm gonna link them down below, but they're so good because usually highlighters that are basic are usually pink, yellow, and green, neon, or orange and blue. I don't know. But those honestly kind of distract me. I don't know if it's you guys too, but like when I'm doing my notes and I just see the colors, it kind of distracts me. So I actually ordered these highlighters that are very dim colors, and they're like grays, and it helps me personally a lot more. So okay guys, that's all for today. Thank you so much for watching. Again, this is my preference. It might not help you, but it really helps me. But hopefully you guys kind of got any ideas and tips on trying, and let me know if it works in the comments. But don't hate me because I don't know, I just said it might not help all of you. But I love you guys so much. Thank you for all the support. All my socials are down below if you want to go check those out, and I will see you guys with my next video.